appreciate the battle our guys had some mistakes offensively for sure that hurts us. You know, they're very fortunate. We give them a pick six with a little bit of a miscue by a receiver that brings a guy into fray for a pick. Marcelino's all over the ball, and somehow their guy catches it one time for a big play, and we got three guys all over route, and we trip ourselves. The kids played hard. Offensively, still a ton to clean up. Got to get the running game going. It's 30 rushes, 80-some yards. In Nebraska, like everybody's doing, they're loading the box. We got Xander going to try to get a little bit of quarterback run game because you got to add a guy. It's not Richard's forte. But again, pretty even game, but some mistakes beat us. And 3 weeks in a row, we're playing three good teams. And in 1 week, we eliminate mistakes and we get victory. In the other 2 weeks, we have some that haunt us. And when you're playing Big Ten next week, we'll go to Northwestern. It's going to be early kick, and they're good. I think they played well today, it sounds like. And that'll be tough. So with the football in front of us this week and weeks to come, we got to keep growing. That was a challenge to the team afterwards. Appreciate them, love them, great fight. Thought the crowd was awesome. A lot of energy today, some things to build on, but close ain't it. And as a coach, I got to make sure I'm on our point of things that we need to get fixed because we got to quit leaving points on the field. We got to get them on the scoreboard. And like we said before the week, I didn't think we were going to win this game. With 17 or 20 points, we needed 34, 35, 37, 38. We couldn't get it. Credit to Nebraska. But we got to keep working and keep plugging. Defense played hard, down 17-0. Team didn't rattle, kept playing, plugged along, had a chance, couldn't get over the hump.
Now that you're at the midway point of the season, what is the level of concern with this offense?
Got to score.
Anything in particular that concerns you most? I mean, you got the offensive line running game's not going.
Yeah, I don't know. You said we got some guys out, but you got to deal with it. It is what it is. Everybody else does. So we got blocked. We got to score points.
Because that offensive line specifically, I mean, is there
There's too many guys up in there. That's why Mitchell Page has 9 catches. So when you actually got triggers, the ball's thrown. So some of those could be runs that are throws. So there's no. I think if you sit there and say we threw it 39 times, I would say probably 15 of those throws are run pass combinations where they're committing to the run, and that's the structure of defenses. That's what Wake Forest did. That's what Michigan State does. That's what Ohio State does. That's what a lot of people do. And as they commit to that, you either run the quarterback or you throw. With Richard, we're in a throw world. And if you have a guy like Tommy or J.T. Barrett, you can go a little quarterback run to take care of that extra guy. In our world, it's the pass combination. That's how you count for the extra hat.
What was you thinking switching back and forth between quarterbacks in the second and third quarter?
A couple situations we thought Xander to be a running threat because you're either going to throw it or you need to incorporate an extra runner. And so with his, but you notice too, he still, I don't know what his numbers were. He was 5 of 7 throwing. It wasn't like we were just going to, we're not playing wildcat. He's just a quarterback that can run it a little bit more.
When you saw the replay on the board, did you think there was a chance they might overturn that call at the end?
Nah. If they call it on the field, I'm not big on the instant replay. Well, the only one that got me today was they were in a position to stop the clock, and then the clock goes from 40 to 25 seconds, and we get communicating and don't have enough time to burn a timeout. And we needed that timeout at the end of the game. And we had to burn one because it's just the mechanics of the game, and it's nobody's fault. They were in position, which they have to be, and they have the right to stop the clock. But now, so we go to the next play, instead of having the normal 40-second running clock, it moves to 25. That's just referee mechanics. That's what I was like, hey, and it cost us a timeout. And I didn't, and that's our fault. It was play callers and coaches and communication. We should have got in, so we got blindsided. That was my issue. Sometimes, though, I thought those guys. I think our referees all year are doing. They got a tough job. I think this league's awesome, and that was the call. And we needed. There were so many other reasons of things we should have done in fourth downs and offensive opportunities or things that we blundered. That was not the difference in the football game. Matter of fact, we still had a chance at the end if we make a shot or two to. So we're in a 5-point football game.
You had a couple of fourth downs, I think, with the wind at your back, that they would have been long field goal tries, and you went for it on fourth down. Is it something with the kicking unit, or
No, you can tell a couple times with a couple of Griff's kicks, and he kicked really well in the second half. But he's had a slight quad pull, and so he tells me here's my range, and based on that, it's just kind of what we do.
What adjustments or changes to shut down their offense in the second, third quarter?
You can talk to Tom about that as he goes through the week. To me, I think as we play each week, our kids are getting a better handle schematically of, okay, if we do this, here's what we go to. And now we got a few weeks under our belt. And the thing too, that like we've talked to those guys about, and same thing offensively, that no matter what the game plan is, you can always get different things and you've got to adapt. And I think as our defense has played better, they have more self-esteem and self-confidence. Their ability to adapt is stronger and quicker. So it's a credit to Tom and the adjustments, but it's the understanding of the defense. And I think as anything else, I think it's just self-confidence and self-worth. Those kids are feeling decent about themselves. Again, Nebraska came in, pretty hot on offense. That kid's running around, throwing around. And like I said, was that kid? He was 10 of 26. Last week we were 9 or whatever. I mean, we're playing some good pass D. They came in. I don't know if we sacked them at all. Do we have any sacks? Yeah, but we got some pressure on the quarterback, and they came in as one of the least sacked teams in the country. I think they were 9th. I don't think they'd given up a sack on normal down running pass to date because of Tommy's ability to run and all their stuff. So, again, really like the way the defensive kids are playing. We got to get the offense up to speed. Each year, just because we've been good on offense doesn't mean you're going to every year. And just because you've been bad on defense don't mean you're going to be bad again. Each team's different. We're kind of getting our identity. And like I say, we wanted to be a little bit more aggressive in the last couple games. Thought we could score a little bit more. Disappointed we didn't. Left some points on the board. Credit to Nebraska. Mike's got a good team. They're playing good football. And at the same time, too, I think we're close to playing good football. We're competing, but we're not playing good football yet. We got to keep working to play good football.
What do you feel you guys need to do to get the offense going? What's not happening that you want to see happen?
Sometimes, as much as anything, if we're not careful, because there's a lot of things you can just get too much too heavy. So when I say, you can be all over the place, and so again, we'll each week's different. The structure of the team you're playing, how you're putting it together in attacking the opponent. So you always start with the structure, but I would say, as anything, one of the best ways to improve yourself is make sure you concentrate on the correctables and you don't have too much, and you have some balance in what you're doing. We got to find some run game. We got to get into some manageable third downs, and when we do, we got to execute the third down. We got to execute the score zone.
Kevin, do you think game up will be a bigger part, or just kind of a one-game thing, or will he be more of a bigger part of the offense?
I don't know. He played well. Again, like I said, I really appreciate in years past. I've even asked him, like, hey, because he has a redshirt year. And he said, no, I want to play. Even like last game, like, hey, do you want to get here at the end? Well, what do you want to do? And he's been a very strong teammate. Matter of fact, the referee came over and said during the game, he said, from a leadership perspective, you're a small quarterback, just was yelling at your center for something he did, which I thought the referee thought was good. Just appreciated, like he said, as a leader, I thought, I'd tell you, your kid was out there getting after one of your guys in the right way. He says, very impressive. So I just appreciate this day and age. You see quarterbacks check out. It's all about me, getting the ball, receivers getting touches, running backs getting carries. I appreciate the way that he's battled. He's actually been our scout team quarterback the last 2 weeks. He was Tommy Armstrong, he was J.T. Barrett. So he's getting 80, 90% of his reps going against the first defense. But that being said, some of that carries over into what we're doing. So I appreciate the way he played. And does he move? We'll see. No guarantee,
Time for a couple more.
Are you guys more conservative offensive play calling because the defense is better this year?
No, I think it's a product of, you get two young tackles, and a quarterback's just getting confidence and trust of what's going on there. And so, you're working really hard to make sure your tackles have good matchups, and you're working hard to give your quarterback confidence. I don't think, again, it was 17-0, and a comment on defense like, hey, settle down, we'll be okay, we'll get some stops here. And they started doing it. So when we didn't get conservative, we've played a couple teams. That team a week ago is a little bit different now. And you saw Duke and Louisville, you paid attention to that game last night, styles of giving yourself a chance. Each week's different. But offensively, we were talking right before the first half, okay, do you want to make them punt with 20 seconds to go? They could screw something up, but we could too. And because you're playing good D, I did run 2 plays real quick before the third quarter, and we popped one for a touchdown. But and the reason being was like, hey, if we throw it here, we might get 2 snaps in 10 seconds instead of 1, because we maybe get one more play. So we'll be smart about it. But I wouldn't say we're conservative because the defense, it helps because the defense is better, but it's really just getting young linemen and your quarterback and everybody up to speed. And because the defense is playing well, you have the opportunity to do so.
One more question.
You were mentioning earlier how a team's identity can change from year to year. But does it, for you this year, is it hard to reconcile just the recent history, just being so good offensively, knowing you still have some personnel to get there at some point? Is it hard to reconcile?
Yeah, I mean, again, and again, stat-wise, some of those individual stats look good. We just got to put it together as a team, to get in the end zone. So I've never been about the stats. It's been W's, which we need more. And, it's not, you're sitting here where a year ago you lose 4 senior D linemen. Now you got a couple of senior O linemen, your best receiver, your quarterback's gone, your running back's in the league. So you're kind of in a reloading mode at Indiana, and you're going toe-to-toe with some top 10 teams. And to me, that's no moral, no BS, but that's this team's gaining on it, and we're going to keep gaining on it. But the ultimate gain is victories, and that means that's where the offense has got to come through. It's not about the stats, it's not about the numbers, it's putting it together. We should have been probably better than we were last year, the way, with the guys we got. And right now, hey, your offense a little bit off. You play the cards you got. We're going to keep playing the right way. I can promise this week, I think our coaches will keep working hard to get better, and I truly believe that's a really good group of kids playing hard. And we had a great crowd today. It was awesome, and I encourage, as we keep going through the season, those fans to stay strong. There's great energy in the building, great color out there. Appreciate Nebraska's crowd and all that, but with the 3 down the stretch, man, that's a great group of kids, and I know they want to play hard down the stretch. We'll work hard to put together for Northwestern, and after that, we look hard to coming back and continue the momentum at home, because that was the last couple home games have been great environments, and we want to keep working, and ultimately we'll get more wins as well. So.